Good day everybody, welcome to another video. Now in this video we're going to finish this front end seal work, put everything back together, and hopefully all's going to be fine. Let's have a better look at this axle. Now before we pull that differential out, I just want to have a look at this axle. And that's where the seal's riding. No grooves or anything in there. So we got to figure out why that seal has failed us. Now let's get ready to remove the bolts for the front diff. Remember your markings if you have some. If you don't, make some markings. Let's get the sucker out of there. Not too sure if Milwaukee 3/8 is going to have enough power, but we're going to find out. Nope, didn't think so. So looking at the bearings look alright actually. Here it is here. Teeth look really good. So my green snap-on pry bar fits in there perfectly. There we go. Knock the seal out. I am not seeing any type of wear. Interesting. Do one, you do them both. Interesting enough, there's the old seals. This is the new one. We're gonna stick in. And I found that this socket is going to fit perfectly in there with a long extension. Going to tap it into place. Marvel Mystery Oil. People told me to try that stuff out and I wasn't too impressed with it, to be honest. Maybe it's a fuel injector cleaner, but what I'm looking for is a tube of grease, which is something I probably don't have. Like seriously, why does stuff always run out when you need it the most? I ran out of grease. Might have to get ghetto and put some of this wheel bearing grease in the tube there to make it by till I get some new stuff. I was sure I had a tube though. Oh, there's some in there. It's like hard as rock though. The grease has been in there for a few years, so who knows. This is how we do it when you're cheap as fuck. There we go. Bearing cap bolts, 45 foot-pounds. Got to try out this torque wrench though, worked out alright. Got it from Princess Auto. Even comes with a qualifications here. 50 pounds, tested at 49, 150, 145, 250, 244. That's not too bad actually for a cheap torque wrench. Paid 70 bucks for it versus Snap-on wants like almost 700 now because I got that 1/2-inch beam style. Just can't justify the prices anymore. Like, those tool trucks are getting stupid. Like, the Mako guy came today, and when I do the timing on the truck, I want a harmonic balancer installer to make it easier. So he had one in the flyer. It was on sale, 183 bucks, and I'm like, okay, do you got it on the truck? Because I would have bought it. And he's like, no, I can get it for you for next week. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna think about it. While I was on the truck, I looked on Amazon and I got the puller and the installer for 77 bucks versus just the installer off the Mako truck for 180. You know, where do you draw the line? If I break a part, you know, I can just easily go in the Mako truck and just buy his piece. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm guilty for buying a lot of brand name tools, but now I can't be bothered. I have nothing against Mac, Snap-on, or Mako. I just have a problem with the prices that they're charging. Turn that nut we had before, I'll put that on. Gonna use the Milwaukee gun on the lowest setting. And now we're gonna properly torque it up. So I stuck a pry bar on there on the threads. That's gonna lock the hub from turning. Now I'm gonna put the socket on there. Go to 175 foot-pounds. Brakes back on, and I'm going to give you this advice. Loosen the brake reservoir cap on the master cylinder if you push the piston in. Otherwise it's going to be a tight fit and you'll struggle. I'm just going to use a Bessie clamp here. Try to get the Bessie clamp centered on the bolt. There we go. Just carried Tomcat inside and I'm covered in cat hair, except Tomcat doesn't know yet. He's getting a haircut tomorrow. Getting his summertime cut. I told him about it. I don't think he understands, so. In other news, by the time you guys watch this video, I may be off work again. We had a big contract which was supposed to keep us busy until October, and we're actually going to be finished what they're giving us in about 3 weeks, and then not sure what's going to happen because we have some stuff coming down the line. But that was put into the plan until October when this other stuff was going to get finished. So that stuff's still in manufacturing before it can get to us. And the welders have to fabricate it. And then we have to assemble it and do all the hydraulics and testing. So be interesting to see what's going to play out. Not too concerned. Everything happens for a reason. I think I just need to find my own thing and just do my own thing. I just got to figure out what exactly that would be. That would be able to allow me to enjoy my life, do the things I do, plus generate some money on the side. Anyways, let's get this project done. Nice to see a job almost done. Just gonna clean up my tools, lower it back down on the ground, fill the differential up, and this job is done. Lastly, don't forget to torque your tires up. I did the bolts up loose with the Milwaukee. And now I'm torquing them to 100 foot-pounds. Can you hear that cracked header? At least that's what I believe it is. I like to sweep up the dirt until my oil spills. Helps clean it up. Have I told you how much I love using these? Poor air compressor's not feeling the love anymore. It's not getting used. Thing's a power hog, so I'll probably notice $5 less a month on my energy bill. Well, I'm gonna take it out for a short spin. I removed the lower stabilizer. I had a dual setup when I was running the 33s when I went to the Yukon, and I don't need it, so I'm just gonna run with the main one. Get cleaned up, get some groceries, work on trying to get the Ford in here next. That's gonna be, well, Tomcat gets his hair cut tomorrow. I'm gonna take a rest, and then Thursday, I'm gonna try to squeeze the Ford in. I hope it fits, because if not, I don't know how I'm gonna pull this job off. Holy crap. I've never seen Tomcat use that house ever. Hey buddy, how do you like your new haircut? Look at you and your nice haircut. You're still mad at me. Well, this is where the fun begins now. God damn it. Need to move my toolbox out of the way, move the air compressor over, and hopefully the truck's gonna fit inside. If the truck can't fit inside, there's no plan B. So I hope to God I can make this work. I've never moved this toolbox in its life. Oh yeah, I better find the keys. Oh yeah, look at that mess. It's like driving a semi all over the friggin' place. Let's just figure out what the fuck, which ones I grabbed. This is my first time cleaning this window in my life. I see the glass is pitted here from grinding stuff. Not gonna lie, she is friggin' tight. She's ugly, but it'll have to do. I did ponder the idea of backing it in. That way I could open up the garage door and I'd have a lot more room. However, the next week it's supposed to be raining, and once that garage door is open in order to work on it, well, you know how that ends. All it does is piss rain inside the garage and wouldn't end well, so I'm going to struggle with it up front. I'm committed now. Well, I'm not committed yet. Once I start taking things apart, then I'm committed. So we'll see how this project turns out. That being said, I got a Jeep meet tonight, so I think it's motherfucking beer time before we head out to the Jeep meet. Still got like a couple hours to burn. I got my favorite beer, Chilkoot. Want to say motherfucking beer time as we come to an end of the Jeep project for a little bit, and now we're going to be working on the Ford for a little bit. Oh, so refreshing. And then we're going to be back working on the Jeep, and then I don't know what's going to happen after that. I think by the time this project's done on the truck, this is going to be couple week project because I want to do some body work on where that rust hole is, because I bought the patch panel last year and I need to go to a wrecker and cut part of the skin out on the door. And since these trucks are starting to be available at the wrecker, it's always a good time to stock up on some parts, like, you know, extra alternator or something, because you never know when you're gonna shit the bed.
Thing that legends are made of.
Oh yeah, that's the legend right there.